everyone, Michelle here again. So you guys and myself are loving the scraps. So I thought let's take some 6x6 paper pads and kind of make some fun things with them. So here's just like two little examples of something I made, but I kind of want to go along and just make some other things with you guys, kind of like a scrap with me, but with 6x6 paper. And I just want to show you some fun little projects we can come up with using our pile, because I personally have a bin of 6x6 papers and I don't know if I'm going to ever get through them. So this is going to be just kind of like, let's try and get through them. Okay. So I'm just going to, I don't really, I guess I should write it down. Maybe I'll write it down for those who might not know what I'm saying. So, okay. Again, this is going to be all 6x6 papers, okay, that I'm just kind of working with. So I've picked out just like 3 here. And one of my favorite quick, easy projects. Oop, don't lose that pen. I have a little crack in here and it will fall through and I won't get it. So what I'm going to do here is, of course, score in half at 3 inches, okay? That's going to give you that easy fold directly in half. So 3 inches, I'm just going to let everyone know that. And then when you fold it, we're going to already have like a little book, right? So this is preference right here, what you want for like the pocket or whatever. I'm going to do mine at 2 inches because I want a little bit of wiggle room in the front. So I'm going to do mine at 2 inches. And then we're going to have this. Now, yes, we can do a folder this way, which I'll show you. So you can just like cut it. And then if you want, you would like fold it and you would have this little folder. And I usually just cut a V into it. Or what we can do to switch it up, and I think the newbies will appreciate this if you haven't seen my videos, is you can actually take this piece and throw it in the front if you don't want 2 pockets, and then you're going to have that little front pocket right there. And of course you can round this off, or you can just leave it square. I feel like this looks prettier rounded off, so I'm going to go ahead and round mine off. And you can glue it. You can glue both corners down, or you can just do one. And you can like round the whole thing too, just to make it look more feminine, I guess. I have not used my glue today, so let's see what happens. Okay, I had my cap on, good. So I'm going to just glue that down. Oh, it's going to be so spring today, you guys. So this is the perfect lazy Sunday craft. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and corner around this too. If I can ever remember where this is. But I mean, how easy is this for a Sunday, right? And then just going to fold that in here. And it's so fun because a lot of you newbies didn't know this trick. And this is something I kind of figured on my own when I started crafting. And I mean, look at how much it really makes your project pop. So on this one here, I feel like this is pretty busy right here. So I feel like I could add a little extra to this here. So this is kind of like a fun, just decorate with me type thing too. I actually am starting to like these ones more because I feel like I don't have to prepare for the tutorial, and I can just kind of come in here when I'm feeling creative and just like craft with you guys. All right. Oh no, I messed up my tape. This is going to be not pretty if I don't fix that. So in this case, I'm probably going to take another little piece of tape because this is going to show. So if you mess that up like me, just go over it like that, and that will fix it. Trust me, I've done this plenty of times to know that. Because the glitter will show. for sure. I'm gonna take it from this end. Oh my goodness, the tape doesn't want to work with me. I know you guys are yelling, why didn't you put your bone folder? I don't know why. I just do it as I go along and I forget. So that might be a little messy, but that's all right. And I'm gonna grab just a scrap paper and throw some glitter on there. And let's just see how this looks. And I just usually pat it down so I don't have to waste a lot. See how it's kind of messy, but you can kind of fix it like with that tape. Just kind of push it in and you won't, no one will know. All right. And then I've got some fun little embellishments and things and like tags. This is just one that kind of came with the kit. And you could always make your own little dies and things if you don't have, you know, your little scraps like these. Because obviously if you're using 6x6, you probably don't have all of the things that you normally did have. But I love this. It says flour and sugar and coffee. So if you want to add a tea in here for a tea swap, this would be the perfect cutie to do that. I mean, it's a little tight here. I was looking to see if I have a tea packet to see how this will work. I know I have one on my desk. Hold on. I literally keep a pack of tea just for you guys in here. So let me see if this is going to fit. It does. So if you're wondering if this fits tea, yes, it does. And you don't have to obviously put that in the front. You could put it at the inside one. And that's just an idea. And I do want to show you that I did a little stitching. So if you want to make it kind of like, you know, fun, you can do that. So for this one, you can see I have 2 pockets. This one's 1. So what I did for this one is basically I made a folder. So I'm just going to do it at 3 inches again. And again, the pocket is preference. For this one, I'll do the 1.5 inch because I think that's what I did in that one. So you can kind of see how it looks. And then I'm going to cut it. And I just cut this so the folder doesn't interfere. Just make a little triangle. And I've made these in the past. And you just fold your folder. And so if you have extra like 6x6 papers like this, sometimes I have them like this. So I may have used it for something. So this is not actually. So what I'm going to do is just cut it 3 by 3 inches. So this is just to make up for those other scraps with your 6x6 papers. So 3 by 3 is just pretty much cutting it in half. And then I just added it on the front. So you can have at least 3 pockets. And I did just put this here. So I'm going to make a little half moon thing. And you can corner around this or you can leave it square. I'm just going to glue mine. So if you feel the need to use 3 pockets, you can use 3. And you can pop that on there. And that's kind of how I did these. But then I thought, okay, you know what? There's a way easier way to do this and do it. And I did this. And then you can stack these too. So remember, if we're doing them like this and you don't want to put the pocket, kind of like that previous tutorial I did, you can like build these up and stack it so you have a little pocket album too. Okay, now let me show you one more fun little trick. I just wanted to kind of do a easy, fun Sunday tutorial. But hold on, let me decorate this real quick because I cannot handle it being so blank. Here we go. And this definitely needs the glitter tape, but I'm not going to torture and watch you guys watch me do that part again. But again, if you wanted to make this pop a little more without that, you could run this through your sewing machine and stitch it around and just do like gold thread or white thread. That would be really pretty too. Or you could even do little die cuts for the pockets with the vellum. Oh, that's what I wanted to show you. So hold on, let me take this off for a minute. Okay, I have a scrap piece of vellum here. So if you want to even add another pocket, I was going to say take just like a little scrap piece of vellum and put it on there. So you can make it like 3 pockets. And so you can either leave it. Oh, my hands are so shaky right now. They're always shaky, you guys. I don't know. Only when I'm filming. Maybe I'm not nervous. But I just think I'm just trying to get through the video, so they're just always shaky. So you've got that, and then I'm going to put this back on because I've scratched my paper. And then you can add something in it, like this one says antique. So you can stick that in there, and that just adds a little bit more to it. I don't really like that one in there, so let me see. Do I have one that's going to fit in there? No, of course not. Oh, here's a little farmhouse. No, that's going to be too wide. I'm running out of my tiny ones. This is kind of just a scrap paper again. So I think I'm just going to use this. I think I have to put it this way just to show you what it looks like. So if you want to add that in there too, you can do that. And then of course, like with these little scraps, in the past I've showed in some of my other scrap things, like with these kind of things, you can just take it and make a little tag. And you could also trim that too if you wanted, but just to make it look more fancy, you could add a little eyelet. I'm trying to find it on my desk. Just showing some fun ways to get rid of these paper pads. Because you guys know I'm like moving, so now I'm trying to really go through this stuff too. Where's my eyelet not going? Okay. So there's a tag. Look, I didn't even corner around it. It still looks, or not corner around it. I didn't, you know, make a little triangle, but it still looks good. And then voila, you have this pretty little album. And again, it's optional to corner around it or just leave it. And let me do one more fun thing. Okay, so I had showed you guys something like this in the past. So here's just a fun little idea. Is like, you can take your papers and you just kind of eyeball it. Get this out of the way because I don't need it. You can just kind of eyeball this. Oh, that is not even. I should have scored that. And then you can kind of eyeball this one, but I'm going to score this because I feel like I'm going to bend my paper. So I'm just going to do it so that these ends meet. I'm going to just do it right here. It can overlap a little bit. It's okay. So just so it's like that. And this is a little tall, so I'm going to just cut this down for a minute. I'll just cut this. That's still too tall. I'm going to open this so I don't tear my paper while I'm filming. Okay. I should have cut it in half. I would have made more use out of this. But anyway, this is just a fun idea. And you could either glue this or like I have some, if you have a lot of old leftover washi like I do, you can take it and just tape your things like this. I'm trying to get this even so it looks pretty. Now this is something fun I learned in the little Japanese shop, because the girl used to make her own bags. And I was like, huh, what did she do here? This was before I was like, I just had started getting into paper crafting. And this is how she made her own bags. It was like almost like a Sanrio store, like a Hello Kitty store. And she made these cute bags. So you go like this, and then you take the bottom, and now you don't have to score anything. And she would just take like tape. She didn't even take washi. She took tape and then just sealed it. And she had the cutest little bags. Hold on, you want to make sure, because you got to make sure it goes to the other side, because you're closing it. And you have this cute little washi bag without gluing it. Make sure you have a good washi though, because you don't want this to fall apart. Like, this washi is so old. I think it was like one of the first recollections. But then you have these cute little washi bags, and it's so pretty because there's washi on it, and you have your scrap paper. And then of course you can take your leftover other 6x6 papers like that I had just cut, that I think I just threw away, or put in my recycle bin, and you can use those, and then you can send little things like that too, or even like your tea. Just a fun, pretty way to send your tea. So anyways, that's just a few ways you can use your 6x6 papers. I hope that gave you some ideas for this fun little Sunday. And I'm going to definitely come up with more. All right, guys, thank you.